All right, today is 207, I think. Probably wrong, but I think. It was actually a really good day. We had a pretty decent turnout at the wrestling for it being as nasty hot as it was, and the fact that we had the WWE in town last night. But they had a really good crowd. They had a ton of wrestlers show up, do a really good job for the people that came out to watch. They did release the fact that the farmers markets where they're fixing to hold their next event and few events because they're fixing to be over there. It went really well. I got to see a ton of guys that I haven't seen in for forever show up and actually help some of them guys backstage a little bit. It was really cool to see. They had an awesome vibe in their locker room, and it was just really a good time by all. And I'm really looking forward to their next event. I think this is just me personally. I think Crawford's got a really good group of guys. I helped out up there today a little bit more than I normally do, just because that he needed a vacation, and I also wanted the experience just because it's something that I think I'm capable of, and I think I did a decent job helping him and all them guys. Their crowd's up. They're fixing to move to a way nicer building, so that went really well. The other thing is I have a buddy that lives right around the corner from me, and he's got a project that he wants me to tackle for him, and I'm going to attempt to do that for him. And I'm trying to scratch. See my feet? Every once in a while when I wear these funny toed shoes, I got to adjust my toes once in a while. And when you're plugged into the wall, sometimes that gets a little awkward when you're on a bar stool thingy by your big cafe style table, which is where I'm sitting. The other cool thing is I have the kids in the other room TVing it up before we actually go to sleep. We're going to get up kind of early, probably way earlier than they want to. Their cousin's going to watch them for me. And I really think they're looking forward to that because my kids don't really get to see that set of cousins super bunch. And I know that they just love going over there and playing with them kids. And to be real honest with you, if I was their age, I would want to run over there and play with my cousins too. Point blank, I'm just going to be real honest. Because back when I was their age, well, yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to do. What? Some of my cousins are going to be somewhere and I'm going to get to play? I'm up. I'm in. What do you need me to do? Now, so at that age, when it came to chore time, I was like, I'm dying. Please don't let me do that. So I'm sure I will get that for the next couple of weeks every time we have to do something. And I tried to put on a hat, but it's looking funny, but so was my hair because it was just a mess from today. Scooted over this way or that way. Not really gonna be. It'll be curious to see what shows up. It was easily 102 inside that building. It was super hot. But to go along with the heat, they had not only a halfway decent little crowd, but they had a really loud vocal crowd. And when you're, doing that sort of thing, that's what you want. I'm hoping to have a really good work week. Crossing my fingers and fixing to say a whole bunch of little prayers. That sort of thing. But it was interesting. And my ex brought me the kids. And because of doing that, and because I was busy and had to do, adult be in charge stuff, I'm going to, when it comes time, I'm going to run them back to their mother, just because I firmly believe that there are certain arguments you should have and you shouldn't have while you're divorced with kids. Sports and clothings and birthdays and all of that, I think you should argue over some of that. Hey, help me with this, or hey, don't help me with that because I got this, or I want to do this with that child and I want to do this with that child, type kind of thing. But the other is, when you have kids, I think it's really helpful to say, hey, what's actually going to be best for the kid? And that's where we normally do most of our arguing now, instead of, because, we're past them years of, well, we got a divorce, so I'm just going to be ugly just because. And my phone keeps going boom, boom. So I'm sure I'm being messaged. So I will check all of those, since I've rambled on for almost 7 minutes. I'm going to get off here. And just in case anybody was curious, you'll notice, yes, Michael does color his hair. I figure, hey, if everybody else on the planet can do it, why not me? And yeah, it looks kind of funny because it's sweaty and hot, and I've been dealing with kids and that sort of thing. But, and here, let me cover it up. Anybody that watches this and you're like, hey, I've been thinking about maybe doing something like that. I had a high school friend who is a licensed hair person do it. I didn't do it myself. I don't want you hitting me up and, hey, how'd you do that? No, Michael did not do this. Anybody that's accidentally watching and you want to do something like that, and you know how to get a hold of me, hit me up and I'll give you her info, because, I think she did a decent job, and everybody I've talked to seems to think she did a decent job. So, yeah, if any of y'all want that, hit me up and I'll give you some info, because, yeah, I think she did a decent job of it. So I'm going to get off of here, and I'll just talk to y'all tomorrow for day 208. Bye.